Alright, here is my version of an Axial SCX10 Honcho, and you can see the got some lights up in the front. I've got the NVS lighting system, and the 5 auxiliary LEDs are down here. I've got 2 on either side, 2 in the protected light bars there, and then I left the 5th one just kind of hanging loose. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just left it so it kind of lights up that compartment. And we've also got the rear lights, and those are part of the chassis. And I've got the blinkers on either side and these exterior parts, and then the 2 tail lights right here. And you'll notice took a page out of DJ Medic and his build, and wrapped the lighting wires in that protective harness tape, and I also used some heat shrink tubing to sort of protect my sloppier, I guess, electrical tape pieces, but just to clean up the look and help keep it all waterproof. Torquemaster BRXL, and then the nice hand wound Holmes Hobbies Pro. Using Traxxas connectors throughout, just because I've got an EMaxx, and you can see the battery connector here. But most importantly, we've got a switch for the lights, sort of permanently mounted here, and you can see there's a lot going on with the wiring. And here's the NVS lighting box, kind of centrally located to allow for, I think, the wire length for the blinkers sort of mandated that it be stuck in the center. It's a little busy, but everything's wrapped and zip tied down pretty tight. So let's see. The most important thing is that there's a molex connector here that I custom fabricated. I got from the local radio supply store, and that's needed because in the shell, if we look, we've got headlights and in the shell, and then underneath we've got just a short wiring harness, but we've got the flip side of the molex connector, and I also zip tied this harness through the shell, that little zip tie there, so that any pulling on these wires wouldn't pull the lights out of their little recesses here. So anyway, so let's see, I think the only thing that remains, if I hand the camera to my assistant, is to just hold it right there, is to put the battery in, turn it on, and do the light demo. So I'm borrowing a battery from my EMaxx, just a simple Nimh battery, and we'll show how this goes together. So the battery's connected. You can see the battery connection here. And then as I slip my shell over, put the antenna through, and then if you focus on my hands here, I'm getting the molex connector lined up, and that just goes in there. And then I've got enough room to set everything down. And once I get the pin set, just throw a couple pins in here just for effect, and turn on the receiver, and just flip the switch underneath the shell here, and we can see we've got front lights with blinkers one side and the other side. And then if I pull forward a little bit, my cameraman can show the rear blinker, right blinker, and left blinker. So anyway, that's the build with the lighting system and the molex connector.